Hey YouTube, it's Cherise here, and this is going to be a hair tutorial. I am going to give the Eco Style Black Flaxseed Castor Seed Flax Oil Gel another try on a wash and go. So I just rinsed my hair. I tried to use it last night with another product to do a slick back ponytail, but those two ended up not working very well together and left my hair quite flaky and very soft. Like the gel almost had zero hold. So I know not to use those products together, but I just really want to use this tub up because y'all know I paid a ridiculous amount for it because I really was excited to try it. So here it is. We're over halfway through it, so we're getting through it. For my leave-in, I'm going to use, where it at though? There it is. I'm going to use the Elastic QP olive oil and mango butter moisturizer. And I'm going to be a good natural and do this in sections. Hold on, let me tighten my towel real quick. Literally just got out of the shower. As you can see, top of my hair is very poofy right now. Okay, so like I said, I'll be a good natural and do this in sections instead of rushing the whole process. Okay, so we have our back section. We'll start in the back first. And I'm just going to use this hair tie to hold the rest of my hair. Alright, so this back section is going to be first. Let me open up my products. I'm actually almost done with that moisturizer. I'm not sure if my hair likes it or not. I'm really just trying to go through products that are not my staples. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the cream, rub it in my hands, and then really work it into my hair. As you can see, really working it in, working it in, working it. Okay. We have the leave-in in there. The hair is feeling soft. Really good. I'm going to take a scoop of the gel, a big glob, starting at my roots. I like to coat the roots first and then kind of work my way down, applying the gel. I'm going to kind of let the section fall so I can work in smaller sections. Just working it in, really working it in. And you can see that it is clumping my hair. That's the issue I had with the first time. It's like, mine came out really clumpy, but I'm hoping that by doing more sections, it won't clump as much. Okay, and you can see that my curls are not quite spirals. They're like hanging lower. I don't know if it's because this gel is thick or what. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to consider this section done. Y'all see me rubbed it in. I don't rubbed it in. I worked it in root to tip in this section. Moving on. Next section. We're going to try and knock this out quite swiftly. Y'all know I don't really like to spend a whole bunch of time on my wash and goes. So, flip this section up, going in with the Elastic QP mango butter, rubbing that into my hands, rubbing that into the hair. The hair has already been detangled. Taking some more, focusing on the ends, really rubbing in the leave-in. As you can see, I'm really working it into my hair. I thought that might have been the issues, that I wasn't working my products in well enough. So I've been really focusing on really like working them into my hair. And then in the little smaller sections, I'm going to go ahead and apply the gel, taking a little bit of the gel now. Starting at the roots, working my way to the ends. I'm basically finger detangling and kind of shingling, smoothing that gel in as I go. I'm going to apply a little extra to the edges so that we can have nice curls there. Working and making sure I smooth that gel in. We are working it in. Moving on to the other part of the section. I'm going to break this. Now I'm going to do this all in one piece. Applying to the roots. Getting a little bit more. Applying to the roots first. Then working it through the hair. Finger detangling as I go. Really making sure to work it in there. We are working it in. Working. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Work song. I love that tune. Okay. We worked in it. You see how my hair is like so clumpy? Like, I feel like I'm going to have a super like flat wash and go. Like, it's not going to have any volume. It's going to be very flat. I don't really like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of separating too. But you can see my curls are very defined. It's just like chunky. Does that make sense? Probably not. You'll see when I'm done what I mean. All right, moving on to the next section. We're trying to knock this out in 15 minutes. My whole head. I'm not reapplying any water. I didn't towel dry my hair or anything. Ooh, that's too much leave-in. That much leave-in. Rub the leave-in in the hands. Rub the leave-in on the hair. Finger detangling. Really working that leave-in into the hair. Applying a little bit more to my ends. Really working it. I'll add even a little bit more to the ends. My hair, really squishing it in. Making sure the hair absorbs the moisture. Really working it in there. So you can see. Okay. Breaking it into sections. I never do my washing goes this slow anymore. Like I never make sections this small usually. Not anymore. Not with my staple products. I don't have to. But you do get better results if you do smaller sections. You get more definition and it tends to last longer. And you can ensure that each and every single strand has been coated when you do smaller sections. Okay. Moving to the back section, which is kind of big. Applying to the roots. And then working it in. Really finger detangling. Really literally massaging the products into the hair. My dog, I don't know where she is. What is she doing? Oh, she's asleep on the floor in the room. Next to my shoe ottoman, in between that and her cage. Okay. Okay. You see how it's like so chunky? Like it's really clumpy. And that's been a lot of issues that people have been having, is it really clumps the hair together. I feel like a little bit too much for my liking. But we'll see. Okay. Adding a little bit more to the edges as I go so that they are somewhat tamed. Kind of separating some of these pieces and then making sure that there's no frizz towards the ends. By just smoothing the hairs down. Okay. We're going to keep going. We're making progress. Next section. Leave-in. And usually you guys know I apply my leave-in all over my head first in like big sections, but like I said, I'm being a good natural today. So I really kind of want to see if this actually works if I put some more time into it, you know, and really work my products in, adding more to the ends, more leave-in. Gonna break this section in half. Going in with the gel at the roots. Trying to use a little bit less. Now that I'm kind of on the upper layers of my hair, just to see if that changes anything. And it's not really changing anything. It's just actually making my roots poofy. So If you don't want poofy roots, which that was another issue some people were having, then you have to kind of apply it heavily, which I'm normally pretty heavy-handed with my product anyway. So, yeah, but I tried applying just enough to really coat the section, and the roots are poofy. I don't know if y'all saw that. I'll have to do it on the other side so you can see. Also, this side of my hair is more tame. It's not as kinky coily as the other side. So it usually needs less product anyway. Okay. Working it in, working it. Okay. That section is done. That section of hair really is liking these products right now. You can tell by how it's responding. Okay. Yeah, that section really likes it. I don't know, the rest of my hair is kind of like, we don't know about you yet. I'm gonna do, actually need to figure out where my part's gonna be. Actually, I think I want a part on the other side, so yeah. I just try and alternate my part just so that it's not always in the same place. So I will show my birthmark this week. My hands. I'm gonna wipe my hands off on my towel because I need to tighten my towel up again. BRB. Okay. Okay. We can do this. Going in with leave-in. Rubbing that in my hands. Distributing that to the sections. It's kind of a big section. Really rubbing it in, adding more to the ends. Finger detangling. Okay, let me show you what I mean by just applying enough. And I can split this into two. Yeah. So I'll show you with the front piece. I'm going to start with a, kind of a small amount of gel. Hopefully y'all can see that. And I'm just going to apply just enough to coat this top portion of my hair and start to smooth it down. So that's just enough to do about half of the section. Now I'm going to get a little bit more, just enough to do the ends. So you see the whole, you can tell the whole section is coated in gel, right? But I use just enough. Now look at how the roots puff up. You see how the roots are not defined? If I use just enough for the section, see how the roots are super puffy? So that means I have to take even more to make sure that my roots don't get puffy. I don't like puffy roots with my wash and goes. And usually my curl pattern is not this loose with my wash and goes either. Like, y'all have seen my wash and goes. You guys know I have type 4 hair. I have coily hair, and with this gel it makes my hair clump together weird, and it makes it all weird and stretched out. Like, I don't know what it's doing to my hair, but it just doesn't work for my wash and goes in my opinion. Like, it doesn't work. I'm just adding more to my edges as I go so that they're nice and smoothed throughout this process. Let's keep going. Time to add gel to this section back here, just kind of big. So I have to be quite liberal, especially at the roots, so that they don't puff up, and then apply to the rest of my hair. Now I'm really making sure I work it in, like I'm smoothing it in there. And then I start to shingle. Yeah, there's still some puffiness. I don't know if y'all can see. I can feel the puffiness. Yeah, there's still puffiness at my roots. I don't know if y'all can see that. I can feel it though. That my roots are not as defined as the rest of my hair. Okay. So that much is done. We're gonna keep going. Like I said, I'm gonna part my hair on this side, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this side, make a part with my nail, which is not super straight, so I'm going to use a comb. My wide tooth shower comb. And make it a little bit straighter. There we go. I mean, you can clearly see the difference though between the top of my hair and the bottom that has gel on it. So obviously it works to define your hair, but it all depends what kind of look you're going for. So I just know usually with other EcoStyle gels, my hair doesn't come out so flat and my curls usually aren't this elongated. They're more tightly spiraled, so I don't know what that means. Okay, leave-in. Working that into this section right here. And this is like the part of my hair that's actually going to be showing on the top, so we want to make sure that we really make it look good. Really moisturize it. We don't want crusty, dusty hair. So you can see that's with the leave-in, how that helps to define my hair somewhat. Hopefully y'all can see. There we go. Let's see. Okay, we have the leave-in on, going in with the gel now. And I'm always smoothing downward. Always work down to close and seal that hair cuticle. And just to smooth the hair down. Uh-oh. I have a section that got stuck in the section from the top. Let's try and join this part. But no bueno. And then I'm like shingling and like kind of separating it on my own manually. And then I'm putting some gel on the edges, which we'll go back to the edges later and make them fancy. Okay. We're going to work on the back section. Not really the back, but this crown part right here. All this stuff right here that's left. And then we'll do the top. And we'll be done. So I'm going to make this into a kind of a little bun. So we're going to work on this, which is already kind of dried out. Okay. Using a nice amount of leave-in. This is like one of the most kinky parts of my hair. This is like purely 4B hair right here in the crown part of my head. And I'm messing up the other sections, kind of adding some friction to those on accident. So I'm going to smooth those out real quick before I go back to working on this section. But yeah, this crown part is purely 4B. It's like the most kinky part of my hair. Right in the center of my head. My head is also flat in this part. Like, if you look at me from the side, it's flat. Interesting fun fact. Okay, so we have plenty of leave-in now. Going in with the gel. And I really should make this section a lot smaller to make sure that it gets super defined, but we're good. We'll make it work. I'm just gonna work it all in, smoothing. And I'm gonna kind of put it in the direction I want the hair to go. I can see where it's still poofing up at the roots. And I can feel where it needs more attention. I'm gonna take a little bit of leave-in because I feel like I missed a chunk of hair. So I'm kind of just combining both at the same time. For that chunk of hair I feel like I missed. Okay. And like all the others, I'm kind of shingling to help separate some of the clumps. Help it not be so clumpy. I'll show you the back. Just smoothing, choosing pieces, shingling for separation. Hopefully y'all can see that. Okay. Ouch, I just hit myself in the eye with my hair. Not used to that quite yet, having hair this long. It's been a while. Okay. Okay. So we have this top section left. I was trying to do 15 minutes. Right now we're at 20 minutes, which is not bad for a wash and go, applying everything section by section in such an orderly fashion. Ouch. I was not gentle taking this out, and now it's like kind of tangled. So you can see. There we go. Alright, this section and the parts on this side, so I'm going to break it into two halves. Leave in. Really working that leave-in in, especially since his hair is kind of dried out a little bit. I really need to add that moisture back into it with the leave-in. And you can see the shine that this leave-in gives my hair is bomb. And it's very creamy, which I like for my leave-ins. And then we're going in with the gel. It looks like I have a relaxer right now because I'm really like smoothing this in. Really smoothing it in. And then we start the finger combing process. We're really working it in so that those roots are not puffy. You see how it looks on some pieces look kind of straight, but they'll curl up because I was really smoothing it in. Okay, last section. Leave in first, and we're really gonna smooth it in. Really working it into the hair. Work it into the hair. Push those products into the hair. Let's see if this makes a difference. I have mixed feelings as of right now about how this is all going to turn out. Okay, so now we're going to add the gel to the roots. To the root. I like to add it kind of to both sides. And then start working that gel throughout the hair by smoothing it down, raking it through the hair, and I'm going to add some more to the ends. Okay. Raking, raking, raking. You can see it looks kind of straight. And then it kind of curls back up. And adding extra to the edges, of course, right now. A little bit extra to my edges, and anywhere I see poofy roots, I'm just going to smooth it, and if necessary, add more gel. You can see the shedding I have from this process. And you can see how my hands have like residue on it from all the smoothing. I'm just going to use that to touch up any spots that need touching up, which I don't really need to do that because we worked it in so well. You see how the roots here are like not defined? They're like oddly clumped together. So I'm just going to go in and like separate that. Like so. Hopefully you can see how my roots are doing that, which I don't really like that. See how much hair is clumped? It's like, it makes your hair really chunked together, and I don't like that because that decreases the amount of volume you have. So I just kind of go in and find pieces like that. You see? Look how the end is super defined, but this is like a huge chunk of hair. See the root? So I'm just going to separate this into more pieces because, like I said, more volume. And that already has like added more to this front part. This little piece is the same way. Right at the very front. It's like you have to separate your hair manually. Like it just clumps your hair together really weird. I don't know what else to say about this gel. Other people have had the same reviews. Like I've commented and said, yeah, it does the same thing to me too. Like it makes my hair clump together weird. This is not as flat as the first time I did it though. This is okay for me in a wash and go. I just don't like how much extra work it is for me to go and like separate the clumps. Like I have to manually go in there and like separate the clumps and then re-smooth the roots because it's the roots that are clumping weird and the ends are super defined. I don't know how else to describe it or explain it. Okay, so this is it. I'm just gonna wipe my hands off on my towel and smooth my edges down. I don't really want to add any more gel. I think we're good on gel. I'm going to use my little brush, a little edge brush. You can't really see. I'm just literally brushing it down. Nothing fancy. I was going to try and do fancy edges, but what even is the point? Just slicking it. Just slicking it back, slicking it back. All around the edges, all around my edges. And just letting it do its thing. Okay, edges are done. So this is how it looks so far. I'll give you guys a 360. Some of you might be like, oh, that's gonna be a bomb wash and go, but we'll see how this dries. I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna be too flat. And did you see how I had to like really work it in and how you saw how the roots were like clumped but not defined? I hope that makes sense. And how I had to go in and like manually unclump them. I just feel like it's too much work and I can get similar results the way I prefer for my hair to be using other eco style gels versus this one. But I do feel like this is going to be better and I will use up this container, but I will not repurchase this gel. I won't repurchase it because like I said, I just feel like I have to do extra work to make this product work in my hair. But if you want your wash and goes not to be as voluminous, then this would be a good gel for you. And I still need to try it on like a braid out or a twist out. Let me give you guys a 360. Back. And the right side. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this. Do you like the way that this looks on me? What are your opinions? You guys have seen what my hair looks like in other videos when it's in a wash and go. So let me know what you think down below. Again, this is the Eco Style Black Castor and Flaxseed Oil Gel. I'm just wiping off my hands. Like I have product all stuck in between my fingers. I just realized I need to wipe off. Let me know what you think about this wash and go. What do you think of these results? Let me know down below. Do you like it? Are you feeling it? Goodbye, YouTube.